Hi you guys, if you notice I'm wearing the same outfit as my last video, that is because I am pre-recording a bunch of content, or hopefully a bunch of content. So as I said in my update, I don't know how often I will be posting, but hopefully more than I used to. Sorry, I'm grabbing my phone because what I'm about to do, I need my phone for. Sorry guys, I am awkward, and if you know that, you know this channel. I got the tism, risen with the tism. So that is what you need to know about me. And I got the ADD. Or at least that's what I get told. I don't know if ADHD and ADD, I know that they're different, but I don't know if ADD is still a thing people call it. But that is what it says in my doctor paperwork, so that's what I'm going to say. So yeah. I am pulling something up if you can't tell. I don't know why I made that weird sound. Today we are going to be talking about... I'm going to do a book review. So just give me 1 second. Got it. Okay. So we are going to be doing a book review on Heartstopper in honor of the fact that it just ended. So hopefully I'll be doing a bunch of Heartstopper reviews because I absolutely love Heartstopper. It's like one of my favorite shows. It's one of my favorite books. It's amazing. So I have a ranking system for this video. It is, so basically the ranking score, or how I'm ranking at least romance stories, is main character, plot, supporting characters, love interest, and / love story, and the ending. How is the ending? Do they ruin it by having one of the characters cheat, or lie, or steal, or they die? Not just because they die at the end it makes it bad, but it's a cliche. We all know that. So, today we're going to be talking about Heartstopper, as I said. And if you don't know, the main characters of Heartstopper is mainly Charlie, but it's also Nick. And I'm going to try to only talk about the first book, but clearly I've seen the whole show and the story and everything. So, the main story we're going to be focusing on is just Heartstopper 1. So, the main character is Charlie. Charlie's a sweet but insecure teenager. He is gay and was outed, which is a kind of topping point in the first book, but it does get talked about more later on. He has a little brother and an older sister. His older sister's name is Tori, and Tori is actually only, I think, a little less than a year older than him. So he's 14 at the beginning, and she is 15. He turns 15 before she turns 16. So they have a little bit less of a year. And I think a lot of people are very hard on Tori, not realizing that. Because they're like, oh, she's so mean to Nick and all of this. She's literally the same age as Charlie, basically, and is younger than Nick. And she's just trying to be protective over her brother, who she loves. So, yeah. He also has a mom named Jane and a dad named Julio or something. I don't fucking remember. Julio? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, I just sweared in like the first couple minutes. If this gets demonetized, you know why. And I will try to edit that out. Don't know if I'll be able to. I'm not the best editor. Yeah, and he has friends. Their names are, sorry, I don't know why I'm forgetting. Tao, Elle, Aled. Aled in the book, Isaac in the show. And those are like his best friends in this book. And then the other main character is Nick. Nicholas Nelson. Nick is a super sweet guy. He's described as like a golden retriever. He's a golden boy. He's the king of rugby. He is the straightest guy you've ever laid your eyes on. And he's a very stereotype that way, at least in the beginning before you actually start to get to know him. I mean, he's blonde, he's pretty, he's white. He is in the book he's described as more of like a kind of chubby. In the show he's a little like more muscular. But he's like a big guy. He's like 6 foot something. Yeah. He's bisexual, but he doesn't realize it at the beginning of the book, but starts to realize it throughout the first book and the rest of the series. They're both like great characters. I mean, they are just like fabulous. Like there's not a lot of toxicity. They kind of just like each other and stay liking each other. So I would give the two main characters a 5 out of 5. There's nothing that I see that makes them bad characters. And everything that does, like, you can take as a flaw is later talked about in this book or later on in the series. Okay, the plot. Charlie is a young teenager, and he's insecure. He's in a pretty toxic relationship with the character of Ben. Nick is a popular guy. He believes he's straight. He hangs out with a bunch of people. Everybody thinks he's straight. He kissed Tara at a party once, and that convinced everybody. But Charlie starts to believe that Nick has feelings for him, and they start a secret relationship. It's secret to the school. It's not really secret to their friends. They later find out. Yes. That is all I'm going to say for the plot. I talk about it more on later in. Also, the first book doesn't have much of a plot. It's kind of just the romance. Not that it doesn't have a plot. It's just shorter. It's very short. It's like 4 chapters, but the chapters are like comic books. So there's a lot that's talked about in a comic format. So I will give the plot a 5 out of 5 because I love the romance. Supporting characters. This is a pretty big paragraph. Supporting characters are great. There is Ben and Harry. I'll talk about those two first. They're kind of assholes. Sorry, I already said it. So, demonetized. I'm getting fucking demonetized in this video. Stop swearing, Aislinn. I need to stop swearing. I am so sorry. Oh. Okay. So, I like the headband. It kind of pushes the bangs back because the bangs kind of swoop. And I like them, but not all the time. But they're meant to be jerks. I mean, it's very clear they are meant to not be good guys. Tara and Darcy are great friends. They clearly, care about Elle. They care about Nick. They become better friends with Nick later on. But again, this is talking about the first book. But one thing I do like that I will talk about just for brief, I like the fact that Nick, even though he is bisexual and technically likes women, his best friends are girls. And while Charlie is gay, and so only likes men, his best friends are guys. It's not, he's gay, so he can't be friends with guys, and he's bisexual, so he can't be friends with girls, he might fall in love with them. No. He can have platonic friendships with these girls, and it not be weird. He loves them. If they're his friends, he cares about them. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to talk about the parents. Nick's mom is a super sweetheart. We don't know his dad very well. We don't ever hear about his dad or his brother in this book. So that will have to be a topic for later. And then we have Charlie's parents, Jane and, I can't remember the dad's name. We don't see them much again in this book. We kind of see them a couple of times. We see his sister a couple of times. She encourages his crush. His little brother is super sweet, has a pretty good relationship with Nick. Charlie's family clearly doesn't care that he's gay. They love him still. Sorry, I had to burp. They have a great relationship. Yeah, we don't get a lot from the supporting characters in this book. It's mostly just about Nick and Charlie. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. We don't get a lot about them, which is the only reason it's not a 5 out of 5. Later on, it probably will be a 5 out of 5. Because I absolutely love all the characters, and the characters I don't love are not supposed to be loved. Okay. So, love interest, love story. Nick and Charlie are the cutest couple ever. Even in the first book, they're super cute. They clearly like each other a lot. I love the fact that Charlie is struggling. He's I don't know if he likes me. As Nick is hugging him and clearly wants to freaking kiss him. But he still doesn't know. I think that's kind of sweet. They have a beautiful and loving friendship. Even in the beginning, before they even like each other, they have a very sweet friendship. Even if it never went romantic, I think that this friendship could have done a lot for both of them. Because where they both struggle, the other one can help them. Charlie is 100% himself. Yes, he's insecure. Yes, he struggles. But he is him. And I don't mean that in he hurts himself and he doesn't tell people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about personality-wise. He is gay. He is proud of being gay. He doesn't care if you know. That is who he is. And he's also nerdy, and he's okay with that. He's okay with being a nerd. He's okay with being the fastest kid in class. He's okay with being gay. Like, parts of him that are him, he doesn't care about. Nick is a lot more insecure in that, where he doesn't have a lot of supportive friends, and he struggles to make them, because he can't be honest about who he is, because he's not honest to himself. Charlie is honest to himself. Charlie knows who Charlie is. Even if he's insecure, and yeah, he doesn't think the best about himself all the time, but he still knows that he is him, you know? He knows who Charlie is. He knows that he's a good guy deep down. He just struggles with the insecurity parts of it, where his mind tries to tell him that he's not. But he still knows, you know? If that makes sense. I don't know if that fully makes sense. They only have, like, one first kiss in this book. It's not a very, like, again, it's pretty short. It's only, like, 4 chapters. But there's a lot of flirting. He runs away, so you're kind of left on a cliffhanger after their first kiss. But they are still, like, the cutest couple ever. And I can't score them bad. Even though we don't get a lot of their relationship in the first one, because it is pretty short, I could never give Nick and Charlie a bad score. So you're going to see throughout this whole book series, I'm probably going to give them 5 out of 5s. Because they are my icons. They are my soul. I could never give them a bad score. I think it would actually make me have a heart attack. I just, like, I couldn't breathe if I gave them a bad score. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So 5 out of 5, of course. The ending. Like I said, the end ends with kind of a cliffhanger, with them kissing and Charlie running away. Nick being too late to stop him. You see Nick kind of have a bit of a gay crisis. Charlie's very, very sad about him running away. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because I was sad that we didn't get them making up in the first book. And I can't believe the people who had to wait. Like, some people said that they had to wait a year for the next one to come out. I don't think I could. I think it would have actually physically hurt me. But that is the ranking for the first book. Yeah. And I gave it a 4 out of 5, so 23 out of 25, which is about like a 4 point something score. If you go to my Goodreads account, this is basically my Goodreads ranking of it. And I gave it a 5 out of 5 just because it evened out to a 5 out of 5. And on Goodreads, you can't do like a 4.5 star. So yeah, that's the first book. The only reason it does not score higher is just because it's so short. And you don't get as much as you get from the other books. So the other books will probably have higher scores. The first one is still like one of my favorites. Like, I know that the other ones probably will get a bigger score, but that's only because there's more. The first one is still, I think the first one is like my 3rd favorite. Sorry. I'm honestly pretty sure it goes, I think I like the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st, and then the 4th and the 5th. I think that's my score. I'm not exactly sure. Like, it's been a little while since I read the other ones. But I will probably be right back. I might edit it together. This might be just one video. Or I might add part 2 and talk about the second book in this video. I'm not exactly sure right now. So yeah, if the video keeps going, that is because I did part 2 to it in the same video. Okay, so that is it for right now. If this is the end, I'm going to say bye. But it might not be. I might come back and do part 2 in the same video. And then do part 2 later on. You know what I mean. Again, I'm not the best at describing stuff. Okay, so bye for now.